Have you ever gotten sweet revenge on a boss who treated you like dirt? This happened over a decade ago, and even now, I'm still reaping the rewards. I worked for a photography company that specialized in three-phase portraits. No weddings, no events, just families and kids in portable studios inside chain stores. Appointments were booked every 10 minutes. We were expected to crank through 30 to 50 customers a day. It was fast, exhausting, and at times brutal. I was one of the photographers, and honestly, I was good. The company's sales average was about $100 per customer across 50 sittings. Mine was closer to $175 per customer across 150 to 200 sittings. That meant I was making them far more money than most of my peers. But instead of rewarding me, they treated me like trash. Raises withheld, bonuses clawed back, constant pressure to shoot faster. They only cared about volume, not quality, even though the profit margin worked out the same. And then there was the jerk. He was a pre-seller who lied through his teeth, promising people they could bring 15 family members, 5 outfits, even pets. He told them makeup would be provided, sometimes even promised free toasters. Worst of all, he'd waive the $8 sitting fee, which meant when customers didn't pay, the money came straight out of my check. He'd triple book, quadruple book, and sell fake open slots where people could show up whenever they wanted. It was chaos. I told my boss, if you ever put me behind the jerk again, I quit. They promised they wouldn't, and of course they did. That week nearly broke me. In just 3 days, I shot 316 customers by myself. People lined up outside before the store even opened. Every night, managers had to kick people out because the store was closing. Customers screamed at me. One threw a shoe, another spit on my food. Security actually pulled up a chair to stay nearby because of how ugly things got. To this day, I still have nightmares about that week. By the end, I told my boss I was done. And then came the turning point. My boss refused to accept my resignation and ordered me to Florida for another shoot. I reminded him I was an independent contractor. He couldn't force me. He didn't care. So I packed up the company's gear, including a brand new Canon T2i, and took it home. I didn't plan to steal it. I had a better idea. I rented a climate-controlled storage unit with the company credit card. I carefully inventoried everything, photographed each piece, and locked it all inside. Then I FedExed my boss the key, along with a giant hand-painted I quit sign. I even emailed HR that I was terminating my contract, but I sent it to someone I knew was out on medical leave, so it would vanish into the shuffle. And just to make sure the storage bill didn't keep auto-paying, I reported the company card stolen and cut it in half. A month later, police knocked on my door. The company had reported the equipment stolen. For a moment, I thought I was going to jail, but I had proof. Receipts, storage contracts, shipping labels, emails, everything was documented. The cops looked it over and cleared me completely. 2 more months passed. Still, no one from the company picked up the gear. Finally, the storage facility called. They were cutting the lock and auctioning the unit. State law said I couldn't bid, but my neighbor could. On my birthday, no less, he went to the auction and bought the entire setup for $125. A week later, he couldn't keep it in his garage and sold it to me for $126. Paper trail intact. Just like that, a $12,000 studio rig was legally mine. That was the start of something new. I launched my own business with the equipment. I did my own pre-selling, my own photography, and let customers preview and order their shots on the spot. They paid in full, and I shipped the pictures directly. No lies, no tricks, no pressure. Word spread fast. Stores I'd worked in for years started calling me directly. Within a year, I had more work than I could handle. I hired extra photographers, assistants, even poached 4 employees straight from my old company. Meanwhile, the jerk lost all his stores and ended up working at a gas station. My old boss got demoted when his district collapsed. Eventually, the company itself folded in 2016. I like to think I played a role in that. I closed my own business in 2017 when cell phone cameras gutted the industry, but I still have that original rig. These days, I do senior portraits and restaurant menus. And honestly, photographing food is relaxing. A meatball has never thrown a shoe at me. Looking back, I realize I beat them at their own game. I turned my boss's laziness and neglect into my advantage. More than a decade later, they're gone, and I'm still standing with the same equipment they abandoned.